There are a lot, and I mean a lot of melee weapons in Valorant now. It is insane. So today we're going to be ranking them from worst to best. These are in a general order where I submitted a form on my Discord server with 70,000 members, all of which were able to vote. But I even used my YouTube community tab to narrow in certain skins to try and make quite an insane list. I think some of these results will surprise you. Starting at the bottom in the F tier, these are what I like to call the forgotten knives. Everything here has less than 10 votes. We've got the striker knife in last place, prosperity, the switchback ascender, transition knife, Titan Mail Mage. I know a lot of these are battle passes, but stuff like Titan Mail Mage literally in the shop at a high price for it to be bought. Intergrade Blade, Hualis as well, Genesis Arc, Salaris. Oh my god, I'm probably gonna mispronounce half of these. It is what it is. Blade of Circuit, Circus, bro. Might as well leave it Circus. It's fine. Clown AF. Song Steel, Guardrail Hammer, Emberclad Hammer, Venturi Knife, Tilde Knife, the Rivery Sword, which is like the glass sword, Outpost Melee, Obsidiana, Iridian Thorn, Hivemind Sword, Chrome Deck Gauntlet, Bound, Altitude Knuckle Knife. This was supposed to be a unique knife that you literally hold with your knuckles, like a straight up knuckle knife, a unique concept in F tier and forgotten because that's what poor execution does. Kingdom Knife, the very first battle pass ever, Fortune Spectre, Snowfall Wand, No Limits Bat, Nebula Knife, Lux Knife, Hack, Daydreams Crowbar, Prism Knife, K-Tac, Composite Knife, Task Force 809 Knife, Spline Dagger, Sandswept Dagger, Neptune Anchor, .sys Melee, Prism 3 Axe, Crimson Beast Hammer, and Blast X Polymer Knife Tech Coated Knife. This is crazy. This was a premium bundle. Now an F tier knife forgotten for good. How many people bought this for like, how much was it? $30, $40? And now it's here in F. Oh man, times have changed. This makes up the F tier. They are the forgotten knives. Let's move on to the D tier. Starting from the bottom, we have the Liberty Combat Knife. We have Soul Strife Scythe. Oh my god, it's crazy because now we actually have a good scythe, but more on that later. Ion Energy Sword, the Ego Knife, Singularity Knife. Crazy, this was in an insane bundle, and this was in a bundle worth 8,700 VP, and I own it. Yikes, huge yikes. Comet Sword, Orion Sword, Mage Punk Shock Gauntlet, Gravitational Uranium Neuroblaster Baton, the K-Mana, and the Katrina. It's just, there's a lot of battle pass kind of mixed in, of course, through the entire list, and you can see some of the best battle pass knives rise to the top. But what really is crazier are those knife skins that are thrown in the shop, and literally they're just filler bundles that I'm sure have low volume sales. And it's just such a weird system that Valorant has. It just makes this list showcases how inconsistent everything is when it comes to skins, but it is what it is. Those are our D tier skins. Onwards and upwards, things get a little bit better in the C tier. Starting from the bottom, Blades of Imperium, a relatively new skin compared to the history of Valorant, and a skin that I know some people do enjoy, but again, just because of how many good skins there are, it's here in last place in C tier. And it's also sharing the same votes with Winter Wonderland Candy Cane. Some people really just like the Candy Cane because it's probably the only good quote-unquote Christmas skin, like holiday skin, and then Valorant sort of gave up on holiday skins, so maybe that's what rose it to the top a little bit. We have the Terminus A Quo. This one is actually extremely unique. Crazy to see its descend. Every video, knife over knife, go back to my previous videos if you ever want to. You'll see the Terminus A Quo slowly falling, just forgotten with time. It really goes to show for a skin to stay extremely relevant, it has to have a crazy wow factor. Relic of Sentinel is also down here in the C tier. Primax has now fallen. Origin Crescent Blade, Valorant Go Volume 1 Knife, Equilibrium, Personal Administrative Melee Unit, Blade of Chaos, Mage Punk Electro Blade. I love this one a lot, to be honest. I think it's really cool. Luna's Descent, Artisan Foil, Forsaken Ritual Blade, and the Cryostatus Impact Drill. I know I've probably read out a knife that you guys enjoy using, because even me, I think the Origin Crescent Blade has a fun enough inspect for me to have it in my rotation and enjoy using it. But still, it is now a C tier knife compared to the rest. There's just a lot of good knives in the C tier that are officially overshadowed as we move into the B tier. But you know what's not C or B tier, but S tier? Today's sponsor that can earn you some Valorant skins. Valorant skins are expensive, but today's sponsor, FreeCash, can help you out. You make an account, and the minute you're signed up, you have a very simple offer wall here. You can sort by what device you want to use. Let's say I'd like to do something mobile so I can make money on the go. I can then see my offers, click start, scan the QR code, and then on my phone, I'll have Raid Shadow Legends with a ton of connected offers to FreeCash. You can even just refresh your offer wall page to get more and more offers, all of which are insane, like 1,600 Canadian dollars just on this one offer wall, all of which you can scan and get going. If you actually go to your offers after that in the next tab over, you can see all your active offers, and you can scroll through to see the exact challenges you need to complete. By completing challenges, I earn money. For this offer, I can earn up to $316. Also, nothing's hidden. You can see I have over $1,000 in FreeCash, and I've used that money to make countless withdrawals, and I've never had a single issue. You could do PayPal as little as $5 and get yourself a $5 VP gift card, or scale up and save up to $200. But let me just show you how easy it is and do an Amazon gift card. As you can see, there is countless countries supported, so all of you has the opportunity to claim something like this. In this case, I'm Canadian, so I'll choose Canada. I will go ahead and click withdraw, and just look how quick this is. It's extremely impressive. I'm gonna then copy the code, go to Amazon, and paste it right in front of you and hit redeem. Literally, my entire Amazon balance is thanks to FreeCash. Just know, after using FreeCash for a little bit and getting to level 20, you'll unlock all these options when it comes to withdrawals, so you can get gift card codes directly. And if you use my link down below and sign up today, you get an additional $5 bonus on your first offer. And thanks again to FreeCash for sponsoring today's video. On with the B tier, we have a lot of decent knives here for sure, to say the least. Some of my favorites ended up in the B tier. Glitch Pop Axe is at the bottom. Then we have the Broken Blade of the Ruin King, Blades of Primordia, Wave Form. Man, this is still one of the most expensive knives in the game. It's down here. Elder Flame Dagger, also very expensive knife. Just goes to show price did not exactly equal quality. Valorant has inconsistencies here. We have Bubble Pop Light Stick. That's a decent battle pass knife that's up here now. We have the Velocity Karambit, Gaia's Wrath, Radiant Crisis 001 baseball bat. We have the Overlay Dagger, which is the latest battle pass dagger. I kind of shit on it a lot because of the styling of it, but people did like the fact that it did get the dagger animation, so I understand. We got the Glitch Pop dagger, Gaia's Fury, the Blade of Imondor, yeah, this one. We got the Relic Stone daggers. We got Araxis. We got Yoru's Butterfly Knife or Comb. We got the Oni Claw. We got the Power Fist, so like Fist, Claws, Araxis, those stuff do decent, better than Crescent weapons for sure, as we can see here. We got the Evori's Spellcaster. What's crazy is quality-wise, this is a very unique knife, but just because its styling is so out there, it backs itself into a niche, yet still it's got enough votes to get to the B tier, so that's quite respectable. We got Ryu Staff, same idea I think applies here with the staff. We got the Black Market Butterfly Knife. I'm surprised this is here. I think it's quite a weak skin. I would put it in C, but it's fine. We got the Champions 2023 Kunai. B tier is pretty good. If it was a little bit more unique, it would have been A tier, but I can agree with the votes for the most part. Sovereign Sword, I think I'm surprised. This should have fallen with Primax. I own it. I'm not biased. It should have fallen with Primax. It's sort of just up here for I don't know why. We got the Wonder Stallion Hammer. This is funny because I think it's exactly what I predicted. It's sort of like a meme knife because right in front of it we got the Smite knife. It's just kind of this, it's one of the funny knives that you can have fun equipping and showcasing in game. It's like a character knife. I don't know, it's hard to explain. We got the Celestial Fan. This is a gorgeous fan. It's aged very, very well. I always praised it even back then. I would even put it A tier, but I'm glad to see it's still strong. We got the Ruin Dagger, arguably one of the best battle pass knives in the game. We got the Reaver Knife, pretty plain knife. People just like the Reaver aesthetic. I would put this in C tier, but it is what it is. And then we got the Recon Balisong, the OG butterfly knife. I think this is fair. B is fair for that one. It still goes hard on animations. So as you can tell, I for the most part think B tier is great. Like everything here, I'm like, yeah, that's fair. That's a B tier knife. So B tier is a strong category with knives that a lot of people will even wait for their shop to buy. So to some of you, something here is probably like #1 top tier, and that's the beauty of an opinion, but there's also a majority's opinion, and that's where votes come in. Anyways, moving from there, we got the A tier starting from the bottom. We got the Overdrive Overdrive blade. I don't love this. It's like on the cutoff. It could have easily been B tier, but it's right on the cutoff. I would put it in B, but Overdrive blade. We got the Eternal Sovereign. People just like the aesthetic of Sovereign. Eternal makes something more unique and refreshes the sword, sort of what the old sword should have been. So I think it's fair to be an A tier. We got the Mage Punk Spark Switch. I love it. I like the Mage Punk aesthetic, and I think the Spark Switch and all its varieties are fantastic. We got the Neo Frontier Axe. Pretty much if you want an axe, you buy this one because the rest now feel outdated thanks to the Neo Frontier Axe, which is fine. It's great. We got the Ignite Fan, just an elevated version of the Celestial Fan, really at this point. Set it on fire with two beautiful colors, red and blue. Love this fan. It's amazing. We got the Ion Karambit, not my thing, but I know people like the Ion aesthetic and like Karambits. We got the Mist Bloom Kunai, a fantastic kunai. I can't complain on this one. It goes hard. It looks pretty. That's all you need. We got the Onimaru Kunetsuna. I think this is also a fantastic knife here, or melee. I wouldn't argue against it. This is fantastic. I'm happy with it here. We got the Prime 2.0 Karambit. Never was a fan, but I know you guys are because it consistently ranks high on these tier lists and stays strong. We got the Champions 2022 Butterfly Knife. I actually like the Mage Punk Spark Switch more, believe it or not, but this is a great overall knife, and I understand why it's a clean gold, black, red aesthetic. Hard to go wrong overall. Then we got the VCT Lock-In knife here. I think this is amazing. I'm glad it's A tier, and it's at the top of A tier. It's really, it almost hit S tier, yet for some reason I thought people forgot about it. I don't know why. I thought it went like under the radar, but clearly not. I'm glad people agree with me. I think overall it's still a really, really pretty knife. There's the A tier. I think personally, honestly, it holds strong. The A tier is a fantastic category, and for many of us, including me, a lot of these are just S tier knives in our hearts. It's what we prefer, and I think overall the quality here is just amazing. Moving forward, you really can't pick a wrong knife, and I think if you're hunting for your next knife, you're gonna find it in the A tier or the S tier. Let's move on to that said S tier, starting from the bottom. RGX 11Z Pro Blade. Honestly, I think this one's not aging well in my opinion. Like, I would have already dropped it to like low A. I don't know why it's not aging well in my opinion. I own it. I still think it's a good knife, but I just don't, it's just, I don't know something about it. Because after that we have the RGX 11Z Pro Firefly. So they are neck and neck, and I still believe they are losing some steam. I do believe by the time in like 6 months from now or whenever, a year from now, I do this updated tier list, I think these two will be an A tier, like low A tier. That's my prediction. I'm making that prediction today. Let's see if I'm right. They're still great knives. They still slipped into S due to you guys voting, and that you can't go wrong with them, but I just believe slowly, in my opinion, they're falling out of my favor. We got the Xeno Hunter knife, still holds strong near the top here. A lot of people want the nice animations, but a clean aesthetic. Xeno Hunter knife delivers. We got the Champion 2021 Karambit. I love this knife still. I still think it's the best Karambit in the game. Personally, don't eat me alive, because yes, there's still another Karambit above it, but in my opinion, best Karambit in the game. We got the Champions 2024 Blade. Love this blade. It's the blade that I always wanted in some cases. If I want a big knife, this is pretty much the only one I'm using. I like, or there's one other, but this is one of the only ones I'm using. Champions 2024 Blade is fantastic. Then we got the Zero Fang knife. This one, I actually didn't predict it to go pop off. I said it looked cool when it came out. I said it's good, it's like decent, but I thought like A tier max. But you guys like it, and it's actually grown in popularity, making it what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th place. It is top 5 now. That's crazy. I wouldn't put it there, but vote-wise, it's top 5. You guys voted. I'm just reading it out loud. In 4th place is actually the Reaver Karambit. Ooh, the Reaver Karambit. I'm not too sure about the Reaver Karambit. I don't think it's like, every single time it's top 5 on the list, and I always roast it. I'm just gonna shut up. It's a good knife. I just don't think top 5. I think a little overrated, but that's it. You like it. You guys voted for it. Mouth is shut. Enjoy. RGX 11Z Pro Karambit is the 3rd place knife. This is a good Karambit. Maybe it's just me. Maybe RGX stylistically is falling off a little bit. That's why I prefer the Champions Karambit. But if you like RGX, you love that style, then you'll enjoy it. It's maybe even why I gave the Battle Pass a hard time in my previous video. Maybe it's just the RGX aesthetic that's fallen off in my eyes, in my opinion. 2nd place, we have the Nocturnum knife and scythe. This is a beautiful knife. However, yes, it does suffer from recency bias because I took the top 4 knives in this list. I put them on a YouTube vote. We're already at like 3,000 votes, and that's only after a couple hours of posting, and it is now in 2nd place after honing down the votes. Nocturnum knife, it is amazing. I think no matter what, even if it doesn't stay 2nd place as recency bias disappears, I do believe, based off of the fact it is a nice knife and the scythe we always wanted, and you can swap between them with an inspect in a beautiful, clean way, it will hold its S tier. I think a year from now, it'll still be an S tier knife. This one, I believe, will hold its spot, even if not top 5, in S tier at the very least. Last but not least, we have the Kuronami no Yaba. I don't even own this knife. I won't call it overrated though. I literally won't. Unlike Reaver and whatnot, I won't. It is a clean knife. The only reason I didn't buy it is because it's expensive, but Valorant is Valorant. Skins are expensive. Irregardless of that, it is a very, very well designed knife with very clean aesthetics, very clean color waves, and it still holds itself as being completely unique. And that's the thing about the top 2 knives. Both are completely unique in what they are, and that makes a lot of sense. If Valorant brings out another Kuronami style with the same animation, or even another knife scythe combo with the same animation, it diminishes these top 2 depending on the aesthetic and what people prefer. Is it a niche aesthetic or one that caters to a broad audience? And that changes the votes a lot for obvious reasons. But in the end, this is the S tier category. All fantastic knives. Really, you can't go wrong with a lot of S and A and plenty of Bs. Valorant is now filled with really great knives to purchase without a doubt. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know your top knives in the comments down below, and thanks for watching.